I've been really having these Mandela effects on White Castles. I've been talking to a lot of people about White Castle, and nobody seems to remember, when White Castles were grilled burgers and they were dry. They wasn't wet, like the bread is kind of doughy and wet. Now I've always used to have White Castles back in the days, especially used them on Allerton Avenue in the Bronx, and I clearly remember the burgers. The burgers, they were grilled, but they had holes in them, and the onions were steamed, and they used to do it in separate portions on the grill. And they didn't like put the bread on top of the bun to make the bun. Like they didn't put the bread on top of the meat to make the meat and the bread like dough, like all doughy and mushy. It used to be that the bread was kind of toasty. They would put the bread on the grill and it would brown, and it wasn't like the way it is, the way everybody remembers it. So I would like to know, if what do you remember about White Castle? The Mandela effect is about memory. It's not about right or wrong. It's really about what do you remember. Is there anybody out there who remembers when, you know, who remembers White Castles being toasty bread and not doughy bread, or like kind of mushy. Like I can't even eat White Castles anymore. I used to be able to eat White Castles because the bread was kind of toasty. In the middle, the burgers was kind of grilled too. They were grilled. It was off a grill. I even remember the White Castles on Allerton Avenue. They used to scrape the grill. You used to see like the brown stuff on the grill, that with the flavor and things like that. I just wondered if anybody else had this experience with the Mandela effect. If they think it's a Mandela effect, or do they have any proof that they changed the recipe for White Castles? I like to hear your thoughts below. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna share any other Mandela effects that I have that I've experienced. There's something about baseball too. I'm gonna talk about that one in a later video.